I am the owner of Grace Home Care FL Agency, and with 23 years of experience, so I feel like I know it placed me into a point where I can talk about things that happen between family and agency. We're just trying to stay on the safe part. We just want you to, try everything you can to stay safe. You make sure they're safe because safety is extremely, extremely important. And the second point, okay, the second sign that I want to talk about is the changes in eating and medication habits. Okay, that's the second change, the second sign that I want to talk about. This is kind of like I can say this is kind of like one of like the biggest one. I can say the biggest sign that the person may need assistance. And when I talk about assistance, everyone doesn't need the same amount of assistance. Some might just need like 4 hours. Some might need more than that. But whether they need 4 hours, whether they need 12, whether they need 24 hours, it's just better to get it than to be sorry. Okay? And for the second part that we're going to talk about, getting meals, like they forgetting meals, some of them, they don't even remember if they ate or not. They don't, they are not hungry because a lot of times they don't have a very like strong appetite. They're not that, hungry. They don't get hungry easily, or they don't even remember if they ate or not. So that is really not a good sign, because a lot of them are taking medications, and some of those medication require them to be, taken with food. And if they took the medication without it, that can create another bigger problems or another issues. Okay, and some of them, if you go to the fridge, they have, expired food in their refrigerator. The refrigerator is full with a lot of expired food or drink. Those are the signs. Okay, and some of them, they just like suddenly they losing weight. They're not doing anything, not exercising, not changing, not doing anything. All of a sudden, they losing weight. And a lot of time, especially if they leave alone, okay? Especially if they leave alone. And a lot of times, because they're not eating, because they're not really taking good care of themselves, they're not eating, so they're losing weight, okay? And other signs, again, that, that contribute to that is like they missing their medication dose. Okay, a medication that they're supposed to take maybe twice a day or maybe 3 times a day, they don't even remember if they took it or not. Sometimes they can end up taking a medication that they were supposed to take once, and they can even take it twice because they don't remember. Okay, that can lead to overdose. That can lead to a bigger problem. That can lead to a hospital. That can really put their life in danger. Okay, so those are the kind of thing that you're trying to avoid as the loved one, as taking care, as a caregiver, as a responsible children, grandchildren. Those are very important things that you need. Those are signs that you need to be aware of. Okay, you need to be aware of them.